This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Hey, you know what we're going to get? We're going to get the much talked about in studio from Eryn Cooper and her excitement and the Zach Brown backstory of our special guest who just sat down.
Oh, my goodness.
And is already drinking up all our coffee back in the green room. Kayley Bishop, welcome to Coffee, Country, and Cody. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Hi, Kayley.
Wonderful to see you. And Wednesday, the 13th, 3rd and Lindsley. Between now and then, you're doing a women's conference in Oklahoma. As a worship leader, did I see?
Yeah, I'm doing that tonight. However, I just got an update about my flight, and so I'm going to be calling the airline as soon as we're done here because I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it now, but hopefully, Lord willing, I will be there. So, yes, Oklahoma today.
Well, you're in Choctaw, Oklahoma, Choctaw
right.
International Airport. Please take care of this girl. She wants to get there for the Women's Testify Conference. That's tonight at 6 o'clock.
What airline is it? Is there an airline that we need to shout out?
It's American.
American, what are you doing?
I know, I never fly American, but there was only one option to get me there to do this interview and to be there on time for the most part. And so I flew American, and now I'm regretting it.
Oh, no.
I'm a Southwest girl.
I was going to say, all the Southwest people are over here going, you knew better.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Give us a little bio here, backstory on where you come from and how you got to Nashville to pursue the music business.
Well, I grew up in Bristol, Tennessee, and oddly, I've never really played in Bristol, but I spent my childhood there growing up, and then my family moved down to Fort Myers, Florida. So I'm kind of a hybrid of the two. And then after that,
a mountain girl and a beach girl.
That's right, something like that. The Sunshine State. I always say that Florida is my home, but Tennessee is my heart. And that's my way of kind of explaining that.
So you grew up on the Tennessee side in Bristol because it's
did.
divided the state line through the middle of the main street there to Virginia.
It actually went right through my neighborhood too. So
Oh, no kidding.
so I'd go across the street to my friends when I was growing up, and I'd be in Virginia. They all went to a different school and everything.
Oh, that's so interesting.
It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
It's really wild.
I
Paid
would-
different taxes.
I would stop in Bristol every time coming back to and from Alabama campus every year. I would stop right there. It was always like, oh, are we in Tennessee? Are we in Virginia?
Yeah.
We're going to choose a hotel on one of the sides. We
Well,
don't know.
That's fun.
no doubt, the birthplace of country music.
Yes,
That's
it
where it all
is.
The
started.
Carter family.
That's exactly right.
Pretty cool.
So more
Since
time
then-
more time in Florida growing up than in Tennessee?
It really kind of is half. And then I went to college in Boston. So
Did you go to Berkeley?
sort of. I went to Boston Conservatory, but since I've left, they've actually merged with Berkeley. So they're one and the same now.
Top 10 school for my kid. She's just
Oh, is that
all
right?
about it. Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
love it, or was it?
I
Tell
did.
us, give us the real scoop.
I mean, I feel like the arts have changed a lot since I was there. I mean, I was watching those kids go through COVID. And like, how do you do a performing arts school without being in person? And so,
We know because we did the Grand Ole Opry without an audience.
Yeah.
Trust me, we feel your pain.
yeah. And I think it's just changed a lot. But man, it was remarkable for me to go, and it definitely gave me so many tools that I still use today, even though I'm not doing musical theater. Like, I learned how to tell a story and what character development looks like when you're writing from a perspective. Like, who is telling the story when you're writing a song? And then what's the furniture in the room? Like when you open a play, the first page is the exposition. It's setting the scene.
Right.
And we have to do that as songwriters and telling stories. And so I really feel like it was a backwards way of learning how to songwrite. But
That's so cool.
yeah. And then also just learning how to tell a story vocally and performance-wise, and bringing the lyric to life just through your vocal.
Okay, so you said musical theater.
Yeah.
So I take it that you did a lot of musical theater growing up.
For the most part. I mean, I just honestly, I wanted to be on stage, and I was looking for any way to do that. So in high school, I was president of my theater troupe. Crazy. And I did show choir, and we would go to all these different places and perform like during school. It was great.
Okay, favorite role you ever had?
Okay, I once played a Siamese twin.
Oh, this was not what I was expecting.
I know.
Who was the other twin?
Huh?
Because you're Siamese. So who was the other one?
It was another girl from my class. Like, we both got cast as the Siamese twins in a show called Sideshow. And it's pretty remarkable. And they have a love story. They each fall in love, but they're obviously still conjoined at the hip. And they do these crazy belting numbers, and it's
Oh, how fun
it's
is
fun.
that?
I did that in college, yeah.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
What I'm thinking
I
about
know. You're like, how did that costume?
wardrobe. Did you have like a suit that the two of you got in and you were attached that way?
We were college. It was low budget. Like
Okay,
there was
yeah.
no like.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how they did it on Broadway. I'm pretty sure it was like similar dresses, and then we just basically stuck together the whole time. We both wore our own dresses, hips attached,
That's so
walking
funny.
in stride with each other.
Wow.
Wow.
That's kind of great.
Yeah.
That is kind of great.
I'm trying to think of what duo should do that for 2024 on their tour.
Oh, Brothers Osborne.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
All right.
you, Kelly Sutton, with the right answer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every time I think of that, again, Monsters University, where the little monster is like, I'm a dance major, and his conjoined twin says, I'm not. Just both of them not wanting to do the exact same thing.
But that was pretty much it, because
Right.
each character, like I was like the more subdued, sweet, nervous sister, and the other one was really loud and rambunctious. And so that juxtaposition totally was my life too in that show. So
Oh, that's great. I love it.
Well, Kayley obviously is so versatile because not only can she play a Siamese twin in a play, she can turn the entire smoky distillery downtown silent with hundreds of people in it with her songs and her storytelling and her voice. I will never forget. I lived here maybe 3 or 4 months. I was hosting Spreading Hope with Keith Griner, and you sang a song. I want to say either the number 7 was in the title, and that song. I will never forget it. I will never forget your voice. I stopped what I was doing, so did everybody else. And I've been so excited to have you on our show today. You are
so
just
sweet.
amazing.
And Zach Brown took note.
Yes, another Spreading Hope show back in December. Zach Brown showed up at our benefit show out of nowhere and kindly got on stage and played 2 songs and sat right next to Miss Kayley Bishop here. And after he played his song and you were still playing your last one, I had never told you this, but he came over to me and he said, "Who is that?" I said, "That's Kayley Bishop," and he said, "She's incredible." So, holy cow!
Good.
well, it was funny because I didn't know that it was Zach Brown that sat down next to me. So I just was being friendly, and I was like, "Hi, my name's Kayley. What's your name?" He's like, "Zach." I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you." And then he starts playing.
That's awesome.
He starts playing, and he's playing new material, so I didn't recognize the songs. And I'm smiling because I just thought it was really great songwriting and just performance. I thought it was fantastic. And then I saw all the phones starting to go up to record, and I was like, "Hold on a second. Is this a famous Zach?" And then after the song was done, I turned to him. I was like, "Hey, I heard Zach Brown is in town. Are you him?"
You did not. Kaylee, are you him?
And he's like, "Yes, ma'am."
With manners. Yes,
I
ma'am.
know. I was like, "Hey, for the record, I was grinning ear to ear about your song before I knew who you were. I really liked it."
That's great. Well, also, he's sitting beside you with probably a really cool hat. You know, he's got all the tats all over him. So he could be anybody. I mean, he could
I
be
just didn't
any
know what he
random
looked
songwriter.
like.
Yeah.
I mean, the same thing happened with Dierks Bentley. I sat behind him at a Preds game one time, and him and his little son, and they introduced themselves to me and everything, and I had no idea who he was. And then the next thing I see, he's on the Jumbotron. And I was like, "Oh, that's the guy that's sitting in front of me," not knowing still that he's famous.
I really hope he's listening
love
right
that,
now.
though.
I
I
really
think they
hope
love
he's
that.
He's
listening.
a morning show regular, just so you know.
I just
So
like,
it's
I mean,
a
we were
good
chatting
chance.
it up after the third period. Like, I don't know, just who am I to not know who these people are? But maybe it's best
It's more
that way.
endearing that
Yeah,
you
I think
don't.
so too.
Yeah.
Yes. There's
Perfect.
beauty in that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to quote you here. "So overwhelmed. This special song sent straight from heaven. Gosh, gosh, gosh. It's out everywhere. Please go listen." That's you talking about you singing a song that we're going to play right now. If you would give us the backstory on Hold On, Honey.
Oh, goodness. I wrote Hold On Honey in 30 minutes on an apartment stoop.
Oh.
And it truly felt like every part of the song, melody, lyric, was just handed to me straight from heaven. And I put it down, and then it was funny. I was at Songhouse, which is a consortium of songwriters, and immediately went in to record it right after that. And so it was pretty remarkable how it came together so fast. And now it's like I'm partnering with Recovery Church, which is a liaison between like AA and traditional church. And they have been in the music video, and it's really just about hope. And a message to my younger self of like, hey, you're about to go through a big, hard storm, but I promise if you medicate with heaven, you're going to come out on the other side better than you could ever imagine. And
you said you were between the ages of 19 and 23.
That's right.
The character in this song.
Yes. So that's when I met and married my ex-husband. And then, no one gets married to get divorced. And so, the trials that brought on really brought me to a low point, especially my faith, trying to figure out how that looks to the Lord. And so, it's just a message of hope. And, you're going to be who you dreamed you would be on the other side. I promise, because I'm that.
Hold On Honey, all over the world right now from our special guest. That's Kayley Bishop on Coffee, Country, and Cody, WSM Radio, all our Circle streaming platforms, circlecountry.com, Circle Now in the App Store.
More Coffee, Country, and Cody is on WSM.
Kayley Bishop is our guest, leaving here, and if the airline cooperates, she'll be in Choctaw, Oklahoma. That's metropolitan Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
It's East Oklahoma City at the Women's Conference, Testify Conference tonight. And then Third and Lindsley got a release party coming up. That is Kayley at Third and Lindsley on Wednesday of next week. And then you're back at Old Red. Do you have an Old Red residency, kind of a recurring residency? Because I see you're there a lot.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I play there a few times a month, and it's great just for me to stay conditioned and get my band out, and it's fun.
And then you've got the the listening room coming up because you're wearing the local cap. That's what threw me on this. I was thinking listening room and saying local, but all local opportunities for you to see our friend Kayley. Yeah. What are you going to play and sing for us? I think a request from EC over here a little earlier.
Yeah, so Eryn was talking about 7, and that's actually, it's a song I wrote about signing my divorce papers.
Oh.
Crazy. I was married for 7 years, and it took me 7 minutes to sign my papers, and this is actually going to be on the record that I'm going to be putting out this year, so...
Well, once in a while it comes up on this show. In the Bible, the number of completion is...
7.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I knew that too. I was like, all right, Lord, let's go.
I hear what you're telling me.
I'm picking up what you're dropping down.
All right, Kayley.
One look, I was hooked on you. After 2 dates, I swore I knew. 3 months in, we were right on track. You hit all the red flags behind your back. 4 years together, I had a ring. October 5th, I changed my name. By year 6, we were going through hell. I begged you for help. And did you know there's 7 days in a week? 7 hours is a good night of sleep. 7's supposed to be lucky, lucky me. It only took 7 minutes, and 7 years were finished. I walked in at 12:01. By 12:08, it was all done. I watched your hand that used to hold mine sign your name on the dotted line. You stood up without a word. There were things to say, but there wasn't the nerve. You left the room and you never looked back. And that was that. And did you know there's 7 days in a week? 7 hours is a good night of sleep. 7's supposed to be lucky, lucky me. I never thought our 7 trips round the sun would take us from saying I do you one to I can't and we're done. It only took 7 minutes and 7 years were finished. There's 7 days in a week. 7 hours is a good night of sleep. 7's supposed to be lucky. Lucky me. It only took 7 minutes. It only took 7 minutes. Oh, it only took 7 minutes. And 7 years were finished.
I have chills, and I'm actually about to cry. Oh my gosh.
No. Let's all cry.
Yeah.
We don't want you to feel left out.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, thank you, Kayley.
What a
Kayley
great
Bishop
song.
on Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Thank you.
And again, you can find her full tour schedule, all that she's up to. Just start at kayleybishop.com, and links to
right.
all your socials on the website, too. What was October 5th? Was that the wedding day?
Mm-hmm.
That's WSM's birthday.
Whoa, interesting.
We will be 99.
That's crazy.
99. It's October the 5th.
Wow.
Interesting. Can I introduce you to Zach Brown?
Yeah.
If you were here early in this interview, she was sitting by and chatting up Zach Brown and had no idea it was Zach Brown. And I know one thing, he loved every second of it.
He sure did.
Just like Alan Jackson would have if he'd have been in that position. Zach Brown, Alan Jackson. Thanks for coming to see us. All the best. Safe travel.
Thank you.
All right, sweetie. As she's walking away, as she's running to the airport. Coffee, Country, and Cody, WSM and Circle. Good morning.
We never spoke a word, but every thought she had I heard from a